Everybody. If you are at home on Monday or on Tuesday, let me talk through the module you are going to do today. On either Monday or Tuesday when you're in school, we're going to do some of the active things that we can only do at school. And while you're at home on either Monday or Tuesday, you'll do the things that you can do at home. So let me show you how to get to these. First, you're in Canvas, and you're going to click on The Nation is Born, February 8th through 12. That's going to bring up our Canvas page that'll look a little different than it's been the last couple of weeks. It'll show you the A group who's in school on Monday. We'll be doing the Boston Massacre reenactment, and we'll go down to Mr. Hush's room and play Stratego with his students. The B group, well, you've already Zoomed with me, and now you're going to go ahead and complete today's module on the Boston Massacre. Tomorrow, the A group will be doing the Boston Massacre module. The B group will be in school doing Boston Massacre reenactment and playing Stratego with Mr. Hush's classes. So let me show you how this module goes, no matter which day you're doing it, either Monday or Tuesday. When you open up our module, in fact, let me go to Student View. I think I can do Student View so I can see this, so we can all see this the same way. There we go. Here we are in Student View. Once it reloads. Okay, so we're down here at the Road to the Revolution, February 8th or 9th, Boston Massacre. You have a number of activities you need to do in order to make them work. So the first thing you're going to do is watch this video that we're watching right now. So there you go. You're going to read a piece of our textbook from the Boston Massacre. That'll tell you a little bit of the story. You're going to watch a video called Crispus Attucks. Crispus Attucks is a man who was killed in the Boston Massacre. He is an African American, a former slave. He's, well, no stranger to trouble in Boston. So when you watch the video, it's kind of a combination of American Revolution, Road to the Revolution, and Black History Month all at the same time. Then you have two images. One of the Boston Massacre created by Paul Revere. Yes, the famous Paul Revere. That will look like this when you open it up. And you will see British soldiers, Boston residents. You'll see a number of different things. And what we're doing here is working on the social studies skill of comparing and contrasting. We're going to compare, meaning look for similarities in this image, and also contrast. Look for differences in this picture and this one. This is the fourth item in the module. We're looking at comparing and contrasting these two images. The Paul Revere color picture, which was printed in newspapers in Boston and eventually all over the colonies in the 1770s. And this one, which was made almost 100 years later. You'll notice there are some significant differences. Just real quickly, let me help you out. Oh, by the way, let's do it like this. Let's say eventually you are going to open the last item in our module today, and you're going to compare and contrast those images. So, for example, you're going to be looking for at least 5 items that you only see in the Paul Revere color picture. Those would be some contrasts. You're going to list at least 5 items that you only see in the Alonzo Chappelle black and white image. And then you're going to compare. Name at least 5 items that you observe in both images. Well, for example, if we go back here and say Paul Revere image, okay, what's something that we only see here? I realize this is kind of small on your screen because I wanted to shrink it down so it would fit. But one thing you will see only in this image is a dog. So maybe on my Boston Massacre compare and contrast, I would put a dog. Oops, there we go. Change the formatting. We only see that in the color Paul Revere picture. In the black and white image, what's something we only see in this one? Well, maybe we only see snowballs and sticks flying in the air, or debris, whatever you want to call it. We'll do the same thing. Debris flying. We don't see that in the Paul Revere picture, which has very much of an American perspective of how this event happened. One thing that we'll see that's the same in both pictures, well, I would imagine in both we've seen guns. Okay, so there's kind of the idea. You're looking for at least 5 contrasts for each image, 5 things that you only see in the color picture, 5 things you only see in the black and white picture, and at least 5 things that you observe in both images. So take your time, look at them carefully. I think you'll not have any trouble finding 5 of each. You're welcome to go beyond 5. You can impress me. A 4 in our grading system has to do with going above and beyond. So here's a way that you can go above and beyond and really impress me is by how you answer these, how many contrasts, how many comparisons you use. So those are all the different events you're doing today. Watching the video that we're doing right now, reading a piece of the textbook, watching the Crispus Attucks video, you'll see each of those 2 images and you'll compare and contrast. An important social studies skill. All right, so I hope you enjoy it and do a really great job.